Yo, welcome back. Today we're looking at Zero Trace. We're going to do the Zero Trace Osint. A few months ago we looked at Zero Trace, their keystroke injection kit, and then I also just received their Bluetooth logger as well, which we'll be doing a video on here in the coming weeks or so. But today we're looking at the Osint, which is open source intelligence gathering pretty much. If you don't know what that is, it simply is intelligence gathering from public domains. So whether it's going to be Facebook, Instagram, Google, just simple online information that has your data. One could then simply look up your phone number, your email address, and various forms of your identity. And that is what Osint is. The majority of its users are going to be in the pen testing field, the security field, and of course, private investigators as well. Zero Trace sent this over to me. This is a paid version on their website, so they sent this over to me for free. So I thank you for that. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. They designed and developed this gorgeous kind of interface that is an actual app, Windows, Linux, and then Mac. For Mac and Linux users, you do need to build the package pretty much. It's super simple, but today we're looking on a Windows version. We're going to be kind of going over just the basic portions of what this is. When you get this, it is like I said, it is a actual app. So you do launch the app. We're going to look real quick over here at Zero Trace's actual little website. We're the guy that is designing this and developing it is an amazing young guy, and he has great potential. So check out his stuff, see if it's something that you're into, and then if so, please support it because it's a great project in my opinion. He has a lot of really cool stuff coming out of the pipeline as well. And he's super active on Discord with his users. He's always listening to them and tweaking what they recommend or what they think would be a cool feature. So definitely go check out Zero Trace Discord as well as the website. And I'll put links for all the stuff in the description below as always. Here we have their open source intelligence kit like I discussed. They have their firmware. So say if you wanted to build your own version of the keystroke injector or a BLE logger, I'm pretty sure you can then get the firmware and then install it yourself. Great website, but let's go look at the actual Osint portion of this. There is a lot to cover. We're not going to cover every single thing that this software can do because it's quite extensive, but we're going to just briefly go down here. DNS intelligence, IP intelligence, who is IP lookups, username profiles, web fingerprinting, metadata extractors, web crawlers, security files, analyzers as well. We got our HTTP method testers, and then URL analyzers, password analyzers, and just the list goes on and on. This is what the desktop looks like once you have it installed and you're signed in. It's going to be your basic dashboard right here. This red right here, you can obviously see VPN software. So if I was running a VPN, it would then show that. And then you can do IP lookup, domain scan, hash scans. Then we currently have our threat distributions down here. Quick actions here. I believe you can set that to what you would like. And let's go ahead and check out DNS intelligence. Enter a domain name to analyze to DNS information. So for instance, you know what, let's just do zero trace. So we're just gonna go zerotrace.bw and let's just go ahead and take a look at that real quick. You can see here that he is using Cloudflare to kind of host his information. If we go to IP intelligence here, enter an IP address to analyze its details. All right, so for instance here, we can look at, let's go to GitHub and we're gonna look at public IP cams and we can probably type in one of those here. All right, so if we look at this public IP camera here from Whois lookup, we can see here that we have the IP there. Its registration information is redacted, which is good. So good on them for hiding that information. So you kind of get the gist of what the basic intelligence is there for DNS, IP, web, and Whois. Go to username profiler here. So enter a username to check. So I'm going to enter JOAT for Jeremiah of all trades. And let's see what this pulls up. All right, here we go. We have GitHub, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Reddit, LinkedIn, TikTok, Pinterest, and Twitch. So I do have a GitHub profile, and I do have obviously a YouTube profile, and I also have a Reddit profile. I do not have Twitter, I do not have Instagram, I do not have LinkedIn, I do not have Twitch or Pinterest or TikTok. So if you ever get anything from me from any of those other platforms, it is not I. I'm really not on any social media other than YouTube. And like I said, we're not going to go through all this stuff because it is just crazy. If you wanted to have a generator for a username, you could always just throw in your username. So John, let's just go with Block. There we have a plethora of usernames to choose from. There is also a hex converter in here. So you can go from hex to ASC2. That's in there as well. If you didn't know how to use hex decimals, that's that. I want to say like and sub. I can go to ASC2 that, and then there's my output for like and sub right there. What else we got here? Security files. What's this? Find wordless payloads and security testing resources. So we could also use password generators like Rocky U.txt or Rocky U 2024. Password analyzers. Put a password in. This is gonna let you know more or less how long it would take to possibly crack this password. Then monkey nuts 69. So monkey nut 69 with no uppercases or special characters, 12 characters long. It's got an entropy of 62 bits, and it would take time to crack 150 years. Overall score, a 65 out of 100. If we were to do the same password, and we're going to go capital M, 0 N K E. Actually, let's go 3 Y, capital N U T Z, capital Z, and then we're going to do 6 9, and then we're going to go pound. So we got a 90 out of 100 rating for that guy. Time to crack would take centuries, it says. So yeah, excellent password and strength. So this is kind of cool, if you wanted to know more or less how secure your password was. Metadata extractor would then be where you can upload a image and it would pull the metadata from that image. A lot of cameras and stuff, that's going to be time and date, ISO, f-stops, different camera settings that were used to create that image, and or in some cases, geolocation, more importantly, is what this will probably be looking for. That's what that does. Anyways, this is the Zero Trace Osint platform. Definitely a very unique piece of software. And again, mostly going to be for you guys that are actually in the field of pen testing, security researchers, or PIs, private investigators. This is that tool that would be used for finding information on people. And again, doing so, know your laws and regulations. This is Zero Trace Osint platform. Again, it's available off of zerotrace.pw. Thank you, Zero Trace, for allowing me to use this program and give me the option to test it for y'all. I greatly appreciate it. This is a really awesome program, and you've done a great job creating it, like all of your tools and all of your software that you have done. So definitely looking forward to what you have in store for us. And you guys go check out zerotrace.pw. I appreciate your time as always. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.